Hello everyone, welcome to Diksha Karnataka. In the previous video we have discussed mock test 5. In this video we are going to discuss mock test 6 and also we have discussed some previous year questions of limits and derivatives. I hope you might have solved those questions. Now we'll start with the mock test 6. First question we'll start with. On the set Z, if you read this question on the set Z of integers, Z is integers, we are already aware. One relation, define a relation. They have defined one relation. What is that relation? Defined A or B if A minus B, modulus of two elements they have considered, and they said that it is less than or equal to, then R is. So what they are asking, equivalence relation. So in generally relations and functions chapter, especially in relations, our major task is to find whether the relation is reflexive symmetric. Same task they have given us here. So 1 minus A minus B. Try to recall for reflexive. Let me write synopsis. For reflexive, for a relation to be reflexive, A belongs to R for every A belongs to Z. So this is the definition of reflexive. Just I will write the synopsis for reflexive, symmetric and transitive. So reflexive. Next one, symmetric. Next, transitive. So for symmetric, A comma B belongs to R, then if A comma B belong to R, then B comma A should belong to R. Next, for transitive, A comma B comma C belongs to R, then A comma C belongs to R. Then we call, so try to recall the synopsis. A comma A should be there, then symmetric if this is the synopsis. Now what they are asking, equivalence relationship. So we'll start with reflexive. For reflexive, here what I have to consider, what is that relation? First let me write that relation. A minus B less than or equal to 3. So that relation they have said it like this. I am explaining slowly, but in exam you have to solve it fastly. So A minus A. Now if I consider A minus A will be less than or equal to 3. 0 will less than, yes, that means this relation is reflexive. So reflexive, it is reflexive because this is true. Next, if I go for symmetric, what is the story for symmetric? A minus B less than or equal to 3, B minus A less than or equal to 3. Let me take some examples. See here on the set Z of integers. So I am going to consider A and B as some integers, some random integers. Say 1 minus 2 less than or equal to 3. Yes, then 2 minus 1 less than or equal to 3. Yes, it's true. So this relation is symmetric also. Need not be 1 minus 2. You can take any random example. It's fine. That will be symmetric. Next, moving on to third one. For transitive, A minus B less than or equal to 3, B minus C less than or equal to 3, then if this is the story, then A minus C less than or equal to 3 should be there. That means what? Now if I am talking about 1 minus 4 less than or equal to 3, yes, it is there. 4 minus 7 less than or equal to 3, yes, it is there. Then 1 minus 7 less than or equal to 3, do you think this is possible? 6 is less than or equal to 3, not possible. So the relation is reflexive, symmetric, but not transitive. So any option reflexive, symmetric, but B is the answer. Moving on to next question. The function f, R to R defined by f of x is equal to 4 plus 3 cos x. They have given one function. The function f from R to R defined by f of x is equal to 4 plus 3 cos x. They are talking about 4 plus 3 cos x, na? Defined by f of x is equal to 4 plus 3 cos x. They are asking to find which type of, it is bijective 1, 1 onto which type of function it is. Now synopsis, in synopsis you should know one point. all. Now if I observe this, this is 4. Okay, no problem with 4. Cos x. Now one point you should know, all trigonometric functions, trigonometric functions, all trigonometric functions are not 1 1. In fact, they are many 1. So they are asking to check for are not 1 1. You mark this point, all trigonometric. So here trigonometric function is there, cos is trigonometric function. So this is not 1 1. Is there any option with not 1 1 1? Not 1 1 here is there, neither 1 1 nor onto. Okay, we have to check for onto also. Now for onto, see here this function is not 1 1 because trigonometric functions are many 1 functions. Many 1 means not 1 1 since trigonometric function. Now what about onto? For onto, suppose if I consider this 4 plus 3 cos x, 4 plus 3. Also one more thing you have to see here, this set it has been defined from real number to real number. Now if I am talking about 4 plus 3 cos x, this will not be equal to 0. This will not be equal to 0. Cos value you can give minimum to minimum, -1 to -1 to 1. So if you give, you will not get 0 at any cost. So -1 to 1 we have to give for this cos x, then you will not get 0. That means what? For any input 0 does not have any pre-image. 0 does not have any pre-image. So if 0 does not have any pre-image means there is one element which has no pre-image. If any one element is not having pre-image, then it is not onto. So this is neither 1 1 nor onto is the answer. I hope everything is clear. If you have not understood any confusion in this, you can put down in comments. I will respond there. Next question, trigonometric. If m is equal to sin x plus cos x and n is equal to cosecant x, then n in terms of m is. So there is some thing missing in the question. N is equal to secant x plus, it is like this. The question is like this. So m, they have given some m is this, m is, and n is secant x plus cosecant x. Then n in terms of m is n in terms of m. So they are asking to find the value of n. Now two variables are there, so we have to use some algebraic operations. Let me consider this m is equal to sin x plus cos x. If I am applying square function, on both sides, let me apply square functions on. So why we are applying square functions? So this is a part of algebraic manipulation. How to do manipulation and all. So for that you have to practice a lot. Generally we go for squaring, we go for adding, subtracting, all these stunts we do so that we get some relation between m and n. Now let me do how to get what thought should come. It all depends on lot of practice. There is no shortcut for this. So let me write this. Anyways, I am squaring on both sides of the equation. I am not at all unfair. It is fair to do whatever operations you are doing on both sides of the, you do it on both sides. So m square is equal to sin square x plus cos square x, a plus b whole square, sin square x plus cos square x minus 2 sin x cos x. So m square is equal to 1 minus 2 sin x cos x. Next, we are interested in, let me write this, 2 sin x cos x is equal to 1 minus m square. 2 sin x cos x I am transposing to other side, m square I am transposing. So 1 minus m square. What about n? For n, let me write n here. N is equal to secant x plus cosecant x. So n is equal to 1 by cos x plus 1 by sin x. Next, n is equal to sin x plus cos x divided by sin x cos x. So n is equal to sin x plus cos x, its value is m divided by sin x cos x. So sin x cos x, if I transpose sin x cos x is equal to m by n. Next, so 2 sin x cos x, in place of sin x cos x I will write m by n is equal to 1 minus m square. Next, so what I'll do, 2m, this n I will transpose here and this I will transpose, so 2m by 1 minus m square is n. So n is equal to 2m by 1 minus m square. N is equal to 2m by 1 minus m square. Is there any option? 2m by 1 minus m square, B is the answer. Next, moving on to next question, we were supposed to find n in terms of m, so 2m by 1 minus m. Next, moving on to next question. In a right angle triangle ABC, sin square A plus sin square B minus cos square C is equal to. So they are talking about right angle triangle. There is one right angle triangle. They are asking to find sin square A plus this value they are asking. Now, since it is right angle triangle, let me start with, let B is equal to 90 degree. What I am doing, right angle triangle means one angle will be 90 degree. So I am saying let B is equal to 90 degree. That means, which implies A plus C is 90 degree, because ASPT, if I apply ASPT, angle sum total should be 180. So that's why A plus C is 90 degree. Next, now see here, in place of sin square A, let me write sin square A only. In place of sin square B, if B is 90 degree, if, let me write here, if B is equal to 90 degree, sin B is equal to 1. So in A as it is, B I am writing 1. Next, what about this minus as it is, cos C. In place of C, can I write 90 minus A? 90 minus A is equal to what? This is the question. So square should also be there. Sin square A minus cos 90 minus theta is, cos 90 minus theta is sin theta. So sin square 90, sin square A cos square C. So we are not able to reach any conclusion. So let me erase this. Sin square A plus 1 minus cos square 90 minus A. Sin of C is cos A. Sin C is cos A. So cos C, but this is cos C. So cos C is sin A. But with that sign also, we'll see what will happen. Sin square A, let me keep as it is, 1 also as it is, minus cos square 90 minus A. For this becomes sin square A, cos 90 minus theta is sin theta. So this becomes like this. So for synopsis, you take 1 point. Cos of 90 minus A is equal to sin A. You might be already aware of this synopsis point. So sin square A gets cancelled. 1 is the answer. So any option D is the answer. Next, very easy question. It was easy question. Next, if sin A plus sin B plus sin C is equal to 3, then they have given some value. Sin A plus sin B plus sin C is equal to 3. Let me write that sin A plus sin B plus sin C is equal to 3. Now, if sin A plus sin B, max value of sin A, in synopsis you should know 1 point, maximum value of A is 1. Now if you see this equation, this is 1. Suppose if I assume this is 1, this is 1. So 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 3. That means A is equal to 90 degree. A is equal to 90 degree. Sin A is 1 means A is equal to 90 degree. So cos of A 90, B 90, C 90. So cos of 2 into 90 plus same story. Same, because cos of this is again pi plus same story plus same story. Same here, cos pi is minus 1 plus minus 1 plus minus 1. So let me write one more point. Cos pi value max value of sin A is 1. Also cos pi is minus 1. Cos pi is this and that is that. Next. So this is minus 3. Is there any option with this? Is the answer. Moving on to next. The value of cos 3 by 2 cos 2 minus 1. So to solve this, some synopsis points are needed. What are the synopsis point? Cos 3 theta, from trigonometry you should be knowing this, 4 cos cube theta minus 3 cos theta, and cos 2 theta 2 cos square theta minus 1. This is the, now coming to this, cos 3 theta by 2 cos 2 theta minus 1. 3 I can write this as 4 cos cube theta minus 3 cos theta divided by 2 cos 2 theta is 2 cos square theta minus 1. So in the numerator, if I take cos theta common, I am left with 4 cos square theta minus 3 divided by 2 2s are 4 cos square theta minus 3, 2 2s are 4 minus 2 minus 1. Next, so this and this gets cancelled. We are left with cos theta. So let theta is equal to 1. This becomes cos 1, because here in the question, if you observe, we are taking 3 as 3 theta. So cos 1 is the answer. Moving on to next question. If sin x minus sin y, so synopsis, in synopsis you should be knowing 2 points. Synopsis required for this point. Some points you should be knowing. What are the points that you should? If sin x minus sin y is equal to cos x minus cos y is equal to, then cos of x plus y is. So in synopsis, what all points you should be knowing? Sin c minus sin d. Any idea about what is sin c minus sin d? Sin c minus sin d. Sin c minus sin d to cos c plus d by 2 sin c minus d by 2. This is sin c minus sin d formula. Next formula, cos c minus cos d. Cos c minus cos d. Cos c minus cos d is minus 2 sin c plus d by 2 sin c minus d by 2. This is one formula. This is one more formula. Next, one more formula is required to solve this problem. Cos of, what all is required? Cos of 2 theta is 1 minus tan square theta by 1 plus tan square theta. So these are the synopsis point. Anyways, all trigonometric formulas you should be knowing, but for solving this problem, this synopsis is required. Now sin x minus sin y. So I will use that first formula. This becomes 2 cos x plus y by 2, and then sin x minus y by 2 is equal to 1 by 2. Next, cos c minus cos d, 2 sin x plus y by 2, and then not cos c minus cos d. For this I am writing here minus 2 sin x minus y by 2 is equal to 1 by 3, is equal to 1 by 3. This is just next. Now what they are asking to find value of this they are asking to find. So here anywhere I am getting, so I will do some manipulation so that I will reach this. Let me divide this on both sides. So if I am dividing 1 by 2 by 1 by 3, I will get 3 by 2. Next, 2 and 2 will get cancelled. Sin and this will get cancelled. So I am left with negative cot of x plus y by 2. Next, rather than writing this minus, I will write it here and I will erase from this side. I will writing this. Next, now I will move to cot of x plus y by 2 is minus 3 by 2. That means now tan of x plus y by 2 y by 2 is negative 2 by 3. Negative 2 by 3. So tan of x plus y by 2 is negative 2 by 3. Cos 2 theta is this. So cos of, if I use that formula, cos of, let me name this as theta for one moment. So cos of x plus y is 1 minus tan of tan square x plus y by 2 by 1 plus tan square x plus y by 2. So see here, if I name this as theta, this cos 2, so I am relating this and this formula I am trying to use, and with the help of this, because you will get to know what I am doing. Next, cos of x plus y is this. Moving to next step, let me erase these things. If you want to make a note of this, you make a note of this. So cos of x plus y is equal to 1 minus tan square is there na, negative 2 by 3, that value we already got, divided by 1 plus 2 by 3 square. So this is 1 minus 4 by 9 by 1 plus 4 by 9. 9 minus 4 is 5 by 9. 9 plus 4, 13 by 9. This and this cancelled, so we are left with 5 by 13. So any option with 5 by 13, D is the answer. Moving on to next question. Next, if 1 plus cos x plus cos square x, so if I see here, if 1 plus cos x plus cos square x plus something, this goes on up to 4 plus, then cos x is equal to, so they're asking to find the value of cos x. Cos x value they are finding. They have given this much of data. 1 plus cos x plus cos square x. All this data they have given, cos x they are asking to find. Okay. Now, if you see here, if the moment you see this series looks like GP series. So, what all the synopsis you should be knowing to solve this problem? In a GP, S infinity, sum of infinite terms is A by 1 minus R. A by 1 minus R. Now, here if I observe, A is first term, A is 1, R is one term divided by its previous term, cos x divided by 1. So this S infinity, to evaluate S infinity, A by 1 minus R is equal to A is 1, 1 minus cos x is equal to this value 4 plus 2 root 3. 4 plus 2 root 3. So this is then cos x is, now for cos x, I will transpose it here and I will transpose that here. So this becomes 1 minus 4 plus 2 root 3 is equal to 1 minus cos x. 1 minus cos x. 1 by 4 plus 2 root. This is the next. Now what to do? 1 minus 4 plus 2 root 3, 1 minus. So whenever this root is there, generally we prefer to multiply and divide with its conjugate. 4 minus 2 root 3, 4 minus 2 root 3. So 4 minus 2 root 3, 4 minus 16 minus 4 3 is equal to 1 minus cos x. So 1 minus cos x, 1 minus cos x is, this is 4 by 4. So 4 by 4 is 1, 1 and 1 I have cancelled. So here I am left with cos x is equal to root 3 by 2. They are asking to find the value of cos x root 3 by 2. Easy problem. Since I am explaining in slow motion in exam. If you know this one formula, just use it. Addition, subtraction, that's it. So root 3 by 2, this is the answer. Moving on to next. The second, third and sixth terms of an AP. The second, third and sixth term of an AP. So in arithmetic progression, try to recall, in arithmetic progression, second term A2 is A plus D. I think everyone might be aware of this. If you are aware, it is a good thing. Third, A plus 2D, and sixth term is A plus 5D. Terms of an AP which are distinct consecutive terms of GP. Now, distinct consecutive terms of GP is generally distinct means AR square. We take this. Then the common ratio of GP is, so they are asking to find R. They are asking to find common, then common ratio of the GP. So they are talking about R. They are asking to find R. I hope you might have understood the question. Where is the question? Second, sixth, something they have given. We'll discuss now in detail. Second, third, and sixth term of an AP. So second is this, third is this, and sixth term, sixth term of an AP, which are distinct consecutive. Consecutive means consecutive terms of a GP. So consecutive terms of a GP means, try to recall whenever we used to do like this, or let me write like this, a plus phi d, a plus d is equal to a plus 2d. Distinct consecutive terms of it, the common ratio of GP is a plus 2d, a plus 2d square. So AR square and A, if I multiply AR square, I will get. So I am using that relation also. This and this I am multiplying, middle term squared. So first and last term multiply, that is the condition for GP. Now if I multiply this, A square plus AD plus phi AD plus phi D square is equal to A square plus 4D square. Now a square I am removing it off, 6AD plus 5D square is equal to 4D square plus, so 5D square this is D square is equal to 6AD plus 4AD is minus 2AD. Just I am transposing. So if you are having any confusion in transposing, ask me. Ideally you are 12th standard student, you should not have. So from this implies what? What does this imply? D is equal to 0 or D is equal to minus 2A. D is equal to 0 or D is equal to minus 2A. Now if I come here, I am removing the synopsis. If you want, you can make a note of that. So A plus D minus 2A and A plus 2 minus 2A, A plus 3, 5 minus 2A, this is negative A, this is negative 3A, this is negative 9A. Now distinct consecutive terms of a GP. So if I take ratio of this, minus 3A by minus A, any option with 3, C is the answer. Moving on to next question. Let Z1 is equal to, so some value they have given for Z1, Z2 is equal to, Z3 is equal to minus 2. I think something is missing in this question, or else, okay, it's fine. Then they are asking to find this. Z1 is equal to 1 minus I, some Z1 means complex numbers. I think you might be already aware of complex number. Z1 cube plus this they are asking. So A cube plus B cube plus C cube formula you should be knowing. Let me write synopsis point here. Synop. A cube plus B cube plus C cube is equal to, they are asking to, so this is equal to, in your lower classes they might have taught you A plus B plus C, A square plus B square plus C square minus AB minus BC minus CA plus 3 times of ABC. From your lower classes, A cube plus B cube plus C cube is equal to A plus B plus C, A square. This is the story. Z1 cube plus Z2 cube plus Z3 cube. They are asking to find that. So if I go for this one, first if I find this, a plus b plus c, z1 plus z2 plus z3, 1 minus I plus 1 plus I minus 2. Okay, plus of minus 2. So, 1 and 1, 2 minus 2, negative I positive, so 0. That means a cube z1 cube plus z2 cube plus z3 cube is equal to a plus b plus c means this is 0, z1 plus z2 plus z3 is 0, so the term entire term is 0. 3 abc, abc means 1 minus I, 1 plus I, and then minus 2. So this required is 3, 1 minus I square minus 2. Next 3, 1 plus 1, 6 minus 2. Next, moving on to next question. If in a triangle PQR, angle R is pi by 2, if tan pi by 2 and tan q by 2 are roots of the equation, R is pi by 2. So they have given some data, R is pi by 2, R is equal to pi by 2. Tan p by 2 and tan q by 2 are roots of the equation, this are roots of the equation, this. So these are roots. So alpha, let me name this as alpha. Here itself I am naming this as alpha and this as beta. Just naming are the roots of this equation, this. Then they are asking to find relation between this. So R is 90 degree, that means P plus Q is 90 degree. R is 90 degree means P plus Q is 90 degree, because P plus Q plus R is 180 degree. So R is 90 degree, that means P plus Q is also 90 degree. P plus Q is 90 degree. Now P plus Q by 2 is 45 degrees. Why it is 45 degree and why I am doing this? If you observe tan p by 2, tan q by 2, they are asking something like this. So I am considering p by 2 and q by 2. So this becomes like this. Now if I apply tan function on both sides, tan function on both sides, tan of p by 2 plus q by 2 is equal to 1. So tan p by 2 plus tan q by 2 by 1 minus tan p by 2 tan q by 2 is equal to 1. Tan p by 2 is alpha, tan q by 2 is beta, by 1 minus alpha beta is equal to 1. So alpha plus beta, what is alpha plus beta? Now if you are the roots of this equation, from this equation if I can extract, alpha plus beta is minus b by a. Alpha plus beta is minus b by a. Sum of the roots and product of the roots, alpha beta is c by a. So alpha plus beta is minus b by a. 1 minus alpha beta is c by a is equal to 1. So minus b by a is 1 minus c by a. So c by a is 1 plus b by a. Just transposing this side. If I take LCM, a plus b by a is c by a. A gets cancelled. A plus b is equal to c. Is there any relation like this? A plus b is equal to c. First option is the answer. Moving on to next question. The number of ways in which letters of the word mobile can be. So what is the question? The number of ways. They're asking number of ways in which letters of the word mobile, letters of the word mobile, in mobile there are different words, M-O-B-I-L-E, all these words can be arranged. Arranged means what? They are talking about permutation. Arranged means permutation. They are talking about permutation. so that consonant always occupy odd place is, so that consonant always occupy odd place is the number of ways which so to start with M O B I L E. In these consonants, what are consonants? M, B, E. What are vowels? O, I, E. Consonant, sorry, this is L. By mistake I have written. Consonants. Once again I will the number of ways in which letters of the word mobile can be arranged. They have to be arranged. So that consonants, they will always occupy odd places 1, 3, 5. So see here we are having 3 places for 3 letters. So n objects, let me write n objects can be arranged in n factorial ways, or n vacant space can be filled n vacant spaces can be filled in by can be filled in n factorial ways. N vacant spaces can be filled in n factorial ways. Now consonants, they are talking about consonants, always occupy odd place, means these consonants we have to place in this only. So 3 objects can be placed in 3 ways, in 3 factorial ways. 3 factorial ways, and means in maths, and means multiplication. Remaining 3 also we have to place na. So remaining 3 in 3 places. So 3 factorial, 3 factorial, 3 factorial is 6. 3 factorial is 6 into 6. Is there any option with yes? Next. Moving on to next question. 2ncn plus 2ncn minus 1 is equal to 400, then 2n plus 1 cn plus 1 equals what? They are asking to find the value of this 2ncn. So they are asking to find the value of this 2n plus 1 cn. So 2ncn, this can be written as 2n, this can be written as 2n plus 1 cn. Now synopsis point, one synopsis point you should be knowing, ncr plus n, ncr plus ncr minus 1 is n plus 1 cr. Standard theorem is there, ncr plus ncr minus 1 is equal to plus 1 cr. So here 2n plus 1 cn. So I think you might have understood what I have written there, that it is already there in your book, is equal to 400. This is equal to 400. Okay. Also one more point you should be knowing, ncn minus r is equal to ncr. So ncr can be written as 2n plus 1 c n minus r is equal to 400. So 2n plus 1 those 2 synopsis points I am using and I am getting the answer. So with the help of these 2 synopsis points we will get answer as 400. Moving on to next question. If minus 2 phi this, So here this question is based on matrix multiplication. Minus 2, 5, 3 minus 1 is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 minus 1. Then x comma y is. So matrix multiplication we have to do. Then x comma y. This is the question. They're asking to find. Two equations they have given in the matrix multiplication. After doing matrix multiplication, we will get so minus 2 5 y is equal to this and this you multiply this 3 minus 2 this and this. Next 3x minus y is equal to 9 minus 4. So negative 2x plus 5y is equal to 1. 3x minus y is equal to 5. Now how to solve this? Already in 10th standard they might have taught you into 3 into 2. So 3 2s are negative 6x plus 15y is equal to 3. 2 3s are 6x minus 2y is equal to 5 2s are 10. Next let me add this 13y is equal to 13, which implies y is equal to 1. So y is equal to 1. If y is equal to 1, then if I place in any one of the equation, say 3x is equal to 5 plus y. So 3x is equal to 5 plus 1, x is equal to 2. So x is equal to 2, y is equal to 1. Is there any option like this? X is equal to 2, y is equal to 1. D is the answer. Moving on to next question. If AB is equal to A, some information they have given, AB is equal to A, BA is equal to B, then B square plus B is equal to what? So some data they have given and they are asking to find B square plus B. So let me write this B square as, for B square, what can I write? B square can be written as B dot B plus B, let me write B only. For B, let me write BA and this B plus B. Also for this B, let me write B only. For this AB, let me replace it with A plus B. BA is B plus B. So B plus B is 2. D is the answer. Next, moving on to next question. If A is equal to minus 2 minus 3, B is this. Some data they have given. AB plus XY is, they are asking to find AB plus XY. Again based on basic concept only, multiplication of matrices. So AB, we have to find this. So let me write A, 2 minus 3, 4, B. B is 3, 2, 2, B plus X. X is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. X is this. Y is 2, 3, 4. Now 2 3s are, if I multiply this, 6 minus 6 plus 8, this plus 2, 6, 8 plus 20, 28. So any option D is the answer. Moving on to next question. A is equal to 20, 50, 10, 2, B is equal to 50, 40, 2, 3. Then the value of determinant of the product matrix AB is. So try to recall one synopsis point. The value of determinant AB. Determinant AB is equal to det A, det B. Properties of determinant you should be knowing. In properties of determinant they will teach all this. So just find det, what they are asking. Here they are asking to find product of the matrix, determinant of the product matrix AB. So AB is equal to what? So for this, what I'll write, AB is equal to AB. That means for this A 200 into 2 minus 10 into 50. Next for B, det B 50 into 3 minus 2. So if I multiply this, 400 minus 500 and 150, 42 is 80. minus 100, minus 170. So minus 7,000. If you multiply those two, you are going to get minus 1,000. Next, moving on to, if A is equal to some determinant they have given and B is equal to this, then dA by dx is what? So we have to start with evaluation of limits. This question is based on and then differentiation. A is equal to this x square minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 x minus 1 x minus 1 plus 1 plus 1 1 minus x 1 minus x. So A is equal to x cube minus x plus 1 plus 1 minus x. So A is x cube minus 3x plus 2. B is equal to x square minus 1. Now what they are asking, dA by dx. So dA by dx. This differentiate with respect to x, 3x square minus 3. So 3 if I take common, x square minus 1. Next, let me write this 3. Moving on to next question. If A is equal to minus 1 this, then A adjoint of A is equal to. They are asking to find this A adjoint of A. Now A adjoint of A, one synopsis point you should be knowing. A adjoint of A is equal to det A into I is equal to what? So for this A adjoint of A is det A into I, it is better to use. You can find adjoint of A and that, or else properties of determinants. If you use this will be much better. So let me find determinant of A. Determinant of A is equal to 1 1 2 4 are 8 minus 6 plus 2 0 9 plus 2 0 minus 6 is equal to determinant of A is equal to 2 plus 18 minus 12. This is equal to 8. So what they are asking, A adjoint of A is det A into I. So 8i, any option with 8i, A is the answer. Moving on to next question. The vectors A, B have same magnitude and A here this minus is here, not here, this minus is here. Then the angle between A and B is, so they are asking to find angle between A and B. Try to recall whenever we want angle, or you recall one equation, magnitude of A minus B is equal to A square plus B square minus 2A dot B, or A minus B is equal to A square plus B square minus 2A B cos theta. So if you want, you can take this as synopsis point. Proof and everything, it is already there. Synopsis. So this you take. A minus B, same magnitude. So let me assign one magnitude, say m, and the square as it is equal to m. Here they have given the vectors A, B and A minus B have same magnitude. So for this, if I am assigning m, this also I have to assign m and m. Minus 2m square cos theta. M square and m square gets cancelled. Negative m square, if I transpose it to this side, 2 cos theta. So cos theta is equal to 1 by 2. Cos theta is 1 by 2. Then angle between A and B is, if cos theta is 1 by 2, which implies theta is equal to pi by 3. Pi by 3. Is there any option with pi by 3? C is the answer. Moving on to next question. The area of parallelogram with A and B as adjacent sides is 20 square units. Some information they have given. Let me write in terms of area of parallelogram. So synopsis for this, area of parallelogram area of parallelogram is A cross B. A cross B, area of parallelogram having 7A 5B as adjacent side. So they have given area of parallelogram, that is synopsis point. So what they are asking as adjacent side is 20 square units. Area of parallelogram with A and B as adjacent. So this A cross B is 20 square units. Area of parallelogram is 20. The area of parallelogram having 7A plus 5B and 8A as adjacent sides is. So further they have given some other values as adjacent sides is. So required area is equal to 7A plus 5B, 7A plus 5B cross 8A plus 11B, 8A plus 11B. Now this magnitude 7 8 is 56. A cross A is 0, so I am not writing that. In synopsis you can take one more point. A cross A is 0, so that's why I am not writing. Next, B cross B, this is also 0. So 7 into 11, 77 A cross B plus 5 8 is 40 B cross A. This value we have to find. So required adjustment. Now how to find this? 77 minus 40 A cross B. 77 minus 40 is 37. A cross B. A cross B value is already given. A cross B value is 37 into 34. 37 to the 60. 35 to the 74. 740 is the answer, I think so. Once you multiply properly and write the final answer. 37 to the 74. Yes, 7 should be the answer. Next, moving on to next. If the vectors x minus some value they have given here. If the vectors this and this are collinear vectors. So what are collinear vectors? Collinear vectors, two vectors A and B are said to be collinear if A is equal to lambda B. If A is equal to lambda B, then x is equal to what? They are asking to find this. So equal to what? Once again I will write the question. If vectors A are collinear vectors, because x minus you are not able to see, bro, that's why I am writing x minus 1 A plus B is equal to, and are collinear, not equal to 3x plus 2 A and minus 2B. See here, these two vectors are collinear. Now if I observe here B and B, generally collinear means A is equal to lambda B. So from there I can extort the value of lambda as minus 2. See here, B vector is here, minus 2 vector is here. They both are collinear. If I name this as A, if I name this as B vector, that is small a and or C and D, whatever. You observe this and this. Now what I am going to write, x minus 1 is equal to minus 2 3x plus 2. So x minus 1 is minus 6x minus 4. So 7x okay, 7x is equal to minus 3. So x is equal to and 3x plus 2 A vector. Okay, or this is one possibility, or you can go for, or you can write 3x plus 2. This can also be equal to minus 2 x minus 1. Let me take this also. X is equal to minus 3 by 7. Here any option is there? There is no option like this. So 3x plus 2 is equal to minus 2x plus 2. So 5x is equal to 0. That means x is equal to 0. So is it possible 3x plus 2 is equal to minus 2 plus 2, 5x is equal to 0, x is equal, x is equal to 0 is available, so that is the answer. Make a note of this. Moving on to next question. The angle between the lines, they are asking to find angle between lines. Now coming to straight lines, three-dimensional geometry, synopsis, angle between lines. Suppose if there is line 1, synopsis you take x minus a by a1, x minus x1 by a1, y minus y1 by b1 is equal to z minus z1 by c1. Next line 2, x minus x2, x minus x2 by a2, y minus y2 by b2 is equal to z minus z2 by c2. So angle between these two is cos theta is equal to a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 by root of a1 square same applies for a2 square b2 square c2 square. So this is the synopsis, and also one mod will be here. So cos theta is equal to modulus of all this. Now the angle between, let me convert this line to that form. So if I convert x divided by, rather than writing 2 here, I will write 1 by 2 is equal to y, rather than writing 3 here, I will write 1 by 3, z, rather than writing 1 in the numerator, let me place it in numerator. Next, x divided by 1 by 6 is equal to y divided by minus 1 is equal to z divided by minus 1 by 4. Now you see this question and you see that synopsis, just try to relate this synopsis and that one. So this will be a1, this will be b1, this will be c1, this will be a2, b2 and c2. So cos theta is equal to a1 a2. If I multiply 1 by 2, 1 by 6, b1 b2 1 by 3 minus 1, c1 c2 minus 1 and minus 1 by 4 divided by all that. First we'll simplify numerator, because after simplifying numerator we'll go for denominator. For now we'll go for numerator. 1 by 4 minus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 4. a1 a2 is 6, so 1 by 12, a1 a2 b1 b2 c1 c2. Okay, fine. Now denominator, whatever it is, we'll calculate later. 1 by 2 minus, so 1 by 2l and 1 by 4, let me write together, 1 by 3, let me write it. Now 1 by 2l plus 1 by 4, so if I take LCM, 2l into 3 into 4, so 1 plus 3 minus 4 is equal to 0, 0 by anything is 0, cos theta is 0, that means theta is 90 degree. Moving on to next question. A line makes angles 3 pi by 17 and 11 pi by 11 pi, some angle they have given with positive directions of x-axis and z-axis. Then the sine of angle made by the line with y-axis is, line makes, there is one line which makes angles, some angle it is making with x-axis and z-axis. So try to recall, whenever they are talking with x-axis, that means alpha is 3 pi by 17, beta is 11 pi by 34, beta is 11, positive direction of x-axis and z-axis. Then the sine of angle, sorry, not beta, generally they denote it with gamma, with the positive. Then the sine of angle made by the line with beta, they are talking about beta value is what? The angle made by line with y-axis is, so alpha is this, gamma is this, beta is what? Angle made by the line with is now beta. So try to recall one synopsis point. First let me write that as synopsis. Cos square alpha plus cos square beta plus cos square gamma is equal to 1, that everybody knows. With that one more formula, generally if you know, it is a good thing. Sin square alpha plus sin square beta plus sin square gamma is equal to 1. take this as synopsis point, or just recall this sin square alpha plus. Here we know alpha, we know gamma, we don't know beta. So the angle made by this. So they are asking to find beta. Now what to do to find beta? 3 pi by 17, 11 pi by 34. So if you try to add alpha and gamma, alpha plus gamma, one observation you do, this is 3 pi by 17 plus 11 pi by 34. So let me multiply 2 here. So 6 pi plus 11 pi by 34, which is equal to 17 pi by 34, which is equal to pi by 2. So if two angles alpha plus gamma is 90 degree, that means they are complementary angles. What can we written here? So let me consider that equation, sin square alpha plus this sin square beta. For a moment let me name that as x square plus sin gamma. In place of gamma I will write, in place of gamma, pi by 2 minus alpha is equal to 1 square as it is. Now sin square alpha, this is cos square alpha, 1 plus x square is 1. That means x square is 0. That means what? X is 0. That means sin beta is 0, which implies beta is 0. Any option with beta 0, C is the answer. Moving on to next question. If x is 0, y is 0, 2x minus y. Some equations they have given. See here, x is 0, okay, y is 0, 2x minus y, some equation, and this are the sides of a quadrilateral. They are sides of a quadrilateral. Now to get this we have to draw graph. In exam you draw quickly. Here for understanding neatness and all those things I have to take care. Then the product of slopes of diagonals. Slopes of diagonals m1 into m2. They are asking to find this. Now for this x equal to 0, y equal to 0, 2x minus y is equal to 2. We'll go for plotting of graph. How to plot a graph? See here, let me consider this as x, this as y. X is 0, y is 0, x is 0, y is 0, 2x minus y is 2, and x plus 3y minus 8 is 0. So this equation is y is equal to 0. And what about this equation? X is equal to 0, x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0. And this equation, this is y is equal to 2x, I will transpose that, minus 2. Next, the same equation only I am writing here. This I am writing here. So this, if you observe this, 3y is equal to negative x, negative 8 divided by 3, rather than writing it here. Now if you observe this, y is equal to 2x plus 2, slope is 2, slope is positive, means line will be something like this. So I am drawing that line, which is that line, y is equal to 2x minus 2. Next, y is equal to minus x minus 8, y is equal to minus x minus 8 by 3. Now if you observe, slope is negative and also it has some y-intercept minus 8 by 3, so that line will be like this. So if I name this as equation 1, this as equation 2, this is equation of 2. Once again you go through, if x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0, and 2x are the sides of a quadrilateral. They have drawn one quadrilateral. Then the slopes of diagonals are. So let me mark something for this. So quadrilateral is, this is our quadrilateral. This is A, this is B, this is C, this is D. Now A points, what are A points? 0, 0. What about B points? B points, here anyways y is 0, so x will be, what about that point? B point. B point is because of this line. Here anyways y is 0, 2x is equal to 2. So 2x is equal to 2. That means x is equal to 1. B is 1. Next, what about this point? This point's here. This point is because of this line. Here x is 0, y is minus 8 by 3. Nothing. Which this line is there, na? That is because of this. So x is 0, minus 8 by 3 I got. Next, Now what about that C point? C point will be point of intersection of these two lines. That means I have to simplify these two equations. Now if I simplify this should be not x, it should be plus. See here, 3y is equal to 3y. Let me erase this, let me write it properly. 3y, 3y is equal to 8 minus x. So y is equal to 8 by 3 minus x. Now what we were discussing, array, this is also not possible. It should be 8 by 3, 0, 8 by 3, now it's fine. Next, 8 by 3 minus x by 3. Also, 1, 0, 0, 8 by 3, that is fine. If you, what happens if here y is equal to 2x minus 2 is equal to 8 by 3 minus x by 3. So 2x plus x by 3 is equal to 8 by 3 plus 2. So let me write this 3. 6x plus x is 7x is equal to 14 by 3, which implies x is equal to 2. Only simplification time taking question is there, nothing complications. So x is 2. If x is 2, if I place x2 here, y is equal to 2, 2 minus 2. So this point becomes 2 comma 2. This point becomes 2 comma. Then the product of slope of diagonal C's. So now you try to recall, they are asking to what are they asking? They are asking to find this and this. Now it is diagonal, it is not curved line, it is diagonal. But since I'm not that much of good in drawing lines, so you understand that. Now we were talking about slope. So slope is equal to m is equal to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. We have to find the slope and then we have to take its product. So m ac m b d is equal to, if I write ac, for ac 2 minus 0 by 2 minus 0 2, m b d d is 8 by 3 y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. So it should be minus 1. Now product of diagonals, 1 into minus 8 by 3 is minus 8 by 3 is minus 8 by 3. So is there any option with minus 8 by 3? C is the answer. Moving on to next question. The point on the circle x square plus y square minus 80x minus 60y plus 2100 is equal to, which is nearest to origin is. Now the point on the circle, so which is nearest to origin. Question I think you might have. There is one circle. Let me draw that circle. Let me name this as C. The point on the circle this, which is nearest to origin. Point on circle which is nearest to origin. Let me name that origin as 0 point. Let me name that point as A. The point. This is the point on circle A. Center. For center, let me write that as 40 comma 30. See here, from here you can make out half of this and you have to add negative also. Center is this. Radius is equal to root of g square plus f square minus c. So radius is equal to root of 80 square plus f square. F square is 60 square minus c. C is 2100. So radius is 6400 plus 3600 minus 2100. So if you add, radius is equal to 6364, 10,000 minus 2100. So radius is 64003 600 0 0 6 4 10 1 carry 10,000 minus 2 100. So you will get 8,000 7,900. Radius is 40 square. Sorry, one mistake I have done. Eraser. This is, I have to take off also, no? So 40 square, 30 square. So this becomes, so 40 square, 30 square, 1600 plus 900. So this becomes 400. R is equal to 20. R is equal to 20. So radius of this circle is 20. Also, the point on the circle, radius of this circle is 20. The point on the circle, this origin is this. What about center? If I talk about center, the center point is 40 comma 30. 40 comma 30. So AC is root of 1600 plus 900 root of 2500, that is equal to 50. So if this total is 50, now see here, we know 2 points. We know in what ratio that is divided. So we know 2 points, you know in what ratio. Here if I mark this as M is 2, N is 3. So using section formula, synopsis I will write here. Also I will mark what are the points. Synopsis for section x comma y is equal to mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n my2 plus n y1 by m plus n. This is the section formula. Let me mark x1, y1, all those things. Here itself I will mark and I will remove so that it will be easier for me to write the things. So let me write x1 here, y1 here, x2 here, y2 here. So m, all these things you make a note of this. In the next page I will write something. Just I will write, we observed m was equal to, what was m value? M was 2, n was 3, and that point of intersection we were supposed to find mn x1, y1, x2, y2. So x1, y1, m is this, n is this. X1, what was x1? X1, y1 was center of that 4, 40, 40, 30, and this was 0, 0. So for section formula, x comma y is equal to m x2 plus n x1 by m plus n is 5. Next my2, section formula in the previous slide I have written. I am just using that section formula to get it. So you try to relate it with that. my2 plus n is n, y1 able to write here, so let me write it here. 2 0 plus 3 30 by m plus n. So 120 by 5 and 90 by 5. So you will get 24 by 18. Is there any answer like this? A is the answer. So nearest from the origin is this. Next, moving on to next question. The standard deviation of sigma 1. Standard deviation of, they have given standard deviation of this is 6. Standard deviation they have given as 6. So let me write standard deviation as 6, which is standard deviation. So variance is 36. Variance is 36 because if you take one synopsis point or you try to recall synopsis, what synopsis says, standard deviation is denoted by sigma, that is equal to under root of variance It is equal to under root of variance. Or else if you apply square, you will get sigma square is equal to variance. So sigma standard deviation is equal to under root of, or you write this relation, this will be much better. Variance is equal to standard deviation square. This, just try to recall this synopsis point. Variance is equal to square of standard deviation. So what information they have given? The standard deviation of this is this. That means variance also they have given. Variance is 36. The variance of 2x1 with this given inputs only, they have added something 2 and 3, all those things. So few more synopsis points you need to recall. What are those synopsis point? If numbers are added or subtracted, if numbers are added or subtracted, variance will not change. Will not change. If numbers are added or subtracted. Now for this only, x1 they have added 3, variance will not add. But one more point also you should note. This is one synopsis point. One more synopsis point you try to recall. But if number is multiplied or divided, number is multiplied or divided, then number is multiplied, or if number, let me say a is the number multiplied or divided, then we are going to get variance is equal to a times of old, variance old is equal to a times of a square times of new variance. This n means new, this o means old. So the variance of this, that means they are talking about sigma of, they are talking about sigma new, sigma square new is equal to a square. If you see 2, a is 2, so 2 square 36. So if you are able to recall this, then just what we have to do, we have to multiply 4 and 36. Within seconds we can get answer as 144. Moving on to next question. The solution of 6x by 4x minus linear equalities question. So 6x by 4x minus 1. This constant, if I transpose it to other side, this becomes negative, less than 0. 2 6x minus 1 into 4x minus 1 less than 0 by 4x minus 1 into 12x minus 4x plus 1 by, if I transpose this 0 to other side, this will be 4x minus 1 only, 4x minus 1 only, 4x. This is less than 0. 12x minus 4x is 8x plus 1 divided by 4x minus 1 less than 0. Now this linear inequality, try to recall wavy curve method. So in wavy curve method, generally we mark critical points. So for numerator, critical point is minus 1 by 8. Critical point means the point at which this expression becomes 0. And one more point is 1 by 4. So 4x minus 1 is equal to 0. So x is equal to 1 by 4. Here we mark this as positive, negative, and this as positive. This region is negative. So if you observe this expression, this is less than 0, means we are interested in this region, minus 1 by 8 to 1 by 4. The solution of this is minus 1 by 2 to 1 by 4. Moving on to next question. The minimum value of the objective function. So easy question only. Z is equal to ax plus by. Same function I have. The minimum value the minimum value they're asking to find at 2 points occurs at 2 points 3 4 4 3. So 3 4 4 3, if I write this a in place of a 3 4 b is equal to 4a plus 3b. They are saying minimum value occurs at 2 points. So 3a plus 4b is equal to 4a plus 3b. That means if I transpose this here, I will get b is equal to just addition subtraction b is equal to a. Moving on to next question. One limits and derivatives previous year questions we have solved. So again this limits question. So whenever if previous year question video, that video you watch, you will get more clarity. Anyways, here also I will explain. Whenever limit question is there, first method is direct substitution method. If direct substitution fails, then we go for some other methods. Which method to go? It will depend on the situation to situation. Now a, let me write a here, sine a minus a sine a by a cube minus a cube. So this is equal to 0. Whenever it is 0 by 0, go for LH rule. Go for LH rule. What LH rule says? Differentiate numerator, differentiate a cos x minus sine a, x is 1, a in place of x square write 2x minus a square as it is, in place of x square 2x. Now apply limit x tends to a cos a minus sine a divided by 2 a square minus a square is equal to a sine a cos a is equal to a cos a minus sine a by a square. Cos a minus sine a by a square. B is the answer. Moving on to next question. If you find this video interesting, like, subscribe and share. Thank you.